Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pass the Bubbly with me, Melina Thomas, where I talk about self-development and lifestyle tips from a biblical perspective. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please stick around and subscribe to my channel. So let's get started. Today's topic is called Why You Need to Know How to Cook and Clean. And I know it's a little bit of a controversial topic, but honestly, I don't really know why. Why has there been this just attack on understanding how to cook and clean and the necessity of basic lifestyle skills? So I'm going to talk about why you need to know how to cook and clean, and nothing that I talk about has anything to do with how to take care of a man, because that's not one of the main reasons. There are so many other reasons on why we should know how to cook and clean. The first one, which I think is the most important one, independence and self-sufficiency. You should be able to live on your own and take care of all of the things that you need done. And whether you like it or not, we need to eat every day, 3 times a day. We need to live in a clean home, in a clean space. So if you don't know how to do that, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting probability of being less stressed. And so we really need to be honest with ourselves. Are you saying, oh yeah, I don't cook, I don't clean because Cardi B said it in a song that you heard a couple years ago, or you're pro-feminism and you hate men and all that stuff, and you can be a feminist and understand that cooking is an essential part of life and cleaning is an essential part of life. And if you are able to live a lifestyle where all of that is paid for, great, then you don't have to do it. But COVID, I feel like, has definitely shown us that at a drop of a hat, things can change. And if you're not able to have people around you, or you're sick, or your partner's sick, or whatever it may be, and you have to be alone, you should know how to take care of yourself. And the Bible talks about this. The Bible talks about laziness and slothfulness, and it says that it's a sin. You need to be able to do basic tasks and work hard in everyday life, not just in your job, but also in your lifestyle, like how you manage yourself and manage your home. All of that is important. And just because you're not married and have kids doesn't mean that, okay, I don't need to know how to do my own laundry. We should know how to do all of those things. And so I know that social media has de-glamorized it, because you know what? Cooking and cleaning isn't the most glamorous thing to do unless you're, a 5-star chef and you're doing these phenomenal meals. And if you own like a cleaning business, maybe that might be a little bit more glamorous, but they're necessities. We need to know how to do these things. And so the first reason is for healthy eating habits. If you eat out 24/7, and you don't know how to make meals, healthy meals, because listen, you can fry anything at home, honestly. But knowing how to cook allows you to have control over what goes into your body, control over the ingredients that go into your body. And you're able to make healthier versions of different meals that you see on Instagram, on Facebook, even at restaurants. There are so many times where I go to a restaurant and I love the meal, and then I'm like, I wonder if I can make this a little healthier. So I go home and I try it, and it's so fun. I get to be so creative, and it all just started because I'm hungry and I like food, and I don't want to spend $20 3 times a day because I want to be self-sufficient, but I also want to be wise, which leads me into my next point, budget management. Everything that you're not able to do for yourself, you have to pay someone else to do it. So if you're not able to cook, you're going to be dropping a lot of money on eating out. If you don't know how to clean, you're going to drop a lot of money on having somebody come in and clean your home. And so we need to be aware of how to save money, how to be wise with our money. And if there are certain things you don't want to do, great. But if it's everything, if you're balling like that, cool for you. But most people, they're not able to have a live-in chef. They're not able to eat out every single day. They're not able to have a maid come in and clean their home every single day or 3 times a week. It's expensive. Being able to cook and clean allows you to save money, but then also cooking and cleaning also teaches you how to be wise with your money, because groceries, you have to budget that out. It's wise to budget that out. How much are you going to spend each week on groceries? Monthly. How much are you going to splurge on snacks and how much you're going to buy at Whole Foods? When it comes to cleaning supplies, how much are you going to spend on cleaning supplies? For me, I'm a cleaning supplies fanatic. I have my wood cleaner. I have my granite cleaner. I have my Pine Sol and my Windex and my all of these different sprays because I really like having things that are particular to that. I don't just like wipe everything down with like the same cleaner, which you can. You can't. I'm just a little bougie about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just a little bougie about it. So I have to budget that. If I want to have all these fancy sprays, like I have to budget that and I have to make sure that that works with what I'm purchasing. And I can't be wasteful with my products. I can't be dumping bleach like it costs nothing. I need to use everything sparingly and I need to, make sure that all of the containers are sealed shut. So if somebody opens a cabinet, it doesn't fall out and waste. It teaches you those things as well. Next is time management because all of that takes time. You need to plan your meals. You need to set time aside to clean. And obviously, if you have a full-time job, you have a family, or you have friends, you have events, you have, somebody coming over to your house soon, a group of people coming to your house soon, you need to have time in your schedule to make everything clean and to cook all of your meals. So that's going to help you. Doing those things are going to help you get better at that. And you're going to say, okay, yeah, it takes me, let's say, 3 hours to clean my whole house. And I don't want to spend 3 hours on my Sunday cleaning. So I'm going to spend 15 minutes every day. And then the last hour, quick math, I don't know if that adds up, but I'll spend an hour on Sunday cleaning because I've done, 15 minutes every single day after that. The benefits of understanding time management and budget management is, I just feel it's incredible. Next is, for food at least, it's a chance for you to appreciate your culture. Like, we all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different countries and different lifestyles. And with that comes a variety of food. And I'm Hispanic, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. So that means that I get to not only create Hispanic meals, but I love making meals from other cultures. I love learning new things. I learned how to make pho this year. I learned how to make mini poke bowls. I learned how to make curry. I learned how to make an abundance of things, some pastas, some Italian pastas. It was phenomenal. I believe learning how to make meals outside of your comfort zone, it's just going to make you better. And it opens your horizon and it allows a little diversity in your life. And also too, different cultures have different cleaning techniques. Like, there's different tools that I've seen that different cultures use that I've implemented into my home, especially now with the social media different gadgets that I see. I feel like in Japan, I see a lot of Korean and Japan cleaning tools, and I'm obsessed with them, and I use them all the time because cleaning my shower, it's really hard for me to get up and low. So buying those extensions or scrub things, super cool. So next is, it actually reduces your stress. So if you come home and your house is a wreck, okay, specifically with cleaning, your house is a wreck, your anxiety is going to go through the roof, no matter who you are. It is suffocating being in a home that is filthy. And if you have kids, that is only just going to multiply because kids are messy. So understanding how to maintain a clean home is going to reduce your stress. And as a Christian, we want to cast all of our anxieties on God, but God also says, use your hands, also do good work, also live a life that glorifies Him. And honestly, for me, when you appreciate something, you take care of it long term. And I'm not saying your house needs to be spotless 24/7. But if you really care about something, you're going to put time into taking care of it. So keeping it clean for your health, but also to show that you appreciate what you have, that you have an apartment, that you have a home, that you have a car. All of that are blessings. And so we need to take time to be grateful. And what is a better way to be grateful than to take care of it? Next is the environment. So a lot of people, they want to be environmentally savvy. They want to be aware. So if you know how to cook and clean, you can decide in your own way, okay, I'm going to use products that are not in plastic, for example. Or I'm going to be, as zero waste as possible with my food because I want my food to go as long as possible. And there's so many creators out there that make that type of content. So if you want to, be a part of this environmentally conscious society, being able to do these things yourself is a part of that solution. And you get to learn so much, and you get to use so much and learn how to be less wasteful. And one of the best ways to be less wasteful is to do most of it yourself. If you're paying someone else to come to you and they're driving to you and it's different materials and all these things, that's just more that we're doing to the environment. So if we're able to do it ourselves, we can be a part of being less wasteful and making a positive impact in the environment. Next is social connection. We love being around people, and most of the time people want to interact over a meal. So cooking for your friends and family is an amazing opportunity to connect with them. And a lot of people, when they come over, they want to feel comfortable, and it's very hard to be comfortable in a home that's not clean. So, if they're sitting on a couch that has dirty clothes, or, dog pee on it, or, cigarette butts tabbed in the back of it, whatever, it's going to be hard for someone to feel comfortable. In order to increase your social connection, having a clean and safe atmosphere, and you don't have to cook every single time, but, having a clean atmosphere and catering or making a meal allows opportunities for you to be vulnerable, to share recipes. And I think making a meal for someone is so intimate and so loving, and it gives you an opportunity to show them that they really matter to you, that you would take time out of your day to give something to them that is going to nourish their body. Because hopefully you're not just serving them like a funnel cake. You're actually making something very healthy. So I think that cooking and cleaning allows for more social connection. And I have had so many ladies at my house where we come over and we make mocktails together or we bake together. And those are my favorite memories. So I think that's one of the benefits of knowing how to cook and clean. Next is hygiene and health. I mean, if you are eating out every single day, fast food, and you are not cleaning your home, and you have mold in your home, and you have roaches and ants and bugs and everything, you are not living a healthy life, and that can decrease your lifespan. And with the show Hoarders that we've seen, that was a phenomenon in itself, and we saw a lot of people live a lifestyle that honestly was just very shocking. How sick they were. A lot of them had asthma. A lot of them had issues with their lungs. A lot of them had issues with their skin. And so living a clean and healthy lifestyle will prolong your life and just bring you more joy. So knowing how to cook and clean is a key factor to just taking care of the body of the temple that God has given you. Like God says, treat your body like a temple. A temple is spotless. A temple is beautiful. A temple is treated as a holy ground, and you don't see filth in a temple. So we need to make sure that we are not living a life that allows filth into it. Next is adaptability. So I feel that there's so many times when I'm cooking where I'm like, man, I'm out of X. So let me look around. Okay, I'm going to use that instead. And so learning how to be flexible and try new things. And okay, when I'm cleaning, I'm like, all right, I'm out of my pledge for my wood cleaner. Let me look up what I have and what I can use that's going to be safe on my wood and not damage it. You learn new things. You learn how to just deal with what you have. And I think that's important, to just always see the cup half full and say, okay, I don't have all of these, but what can I do to make it work? And so I think that's a skill that's going to help you not only in your personal life, but also in your professional life, which brings me into my next topic. And this is my last one, professional development. I don't think people realize the skills that are used with cooking and cleaning and everything that you learn can and will be showcased when you're on the job. So I think it would be very hard for someone to be a very lazy person when it comes to their home and their health to be an incredibly hardworking person for their job. Like slothfulness and laziness is not just for certain things, it comes across the board. And so being someone that is willing to put in the work, that is able to plan and set time aside to do certain things that they don't like doing, because a lot of people don't like cooking and cleaning every day, but you still got to do it. So if you don't like doing certain aspects of your job, but you're still going to do it, and you're going to do it with a smile on your face, that's a great quality to have. And I think being able to adapt to different dietary restrictions. Also, like my husband, for example, he has sensitive skin. So there's certain laundry detergents that we can't use. And we're learning now like how to live a healthier life. You know, we got rid of all of our nonstick pans. We're using only stainless steel pans because we learned about how that goes into your system. Like all of that, just like learning more and growing and trying to do better, that also goes into my career. I'm always trying to learn and do better. I want everything to look good. I care about what other people think to an extent. Like I want people to feel comfortable. I want people to think of my home as a safe place where the Holy Spirit resides. And at my job, I want people to see me as professional. I want people to see me as a safe space. I want people to see me as an honest person that's going to get the job done. So that all correlates. And I think people think, oh, that's just my personal life. Your personal life and your professional life really intertwine way more than we realize. And so knowing how to do those fundamentals and things that are important that maybe you don't necessarily like doing, you could probably name 5 things that are fundamental to your job that you don't like doing, but you got to do it. And it's key. And if you don't do it, it's a big part of your career would just fall through the cracks because you're not doing X, Y, Z. What I want to point out is none of these things were pleasing a man. Now, as a wife and personally, I cook more for my husband. My husband does cook twice a week because we both work full time. So we just came up with a schedule that worked better for us. Now, if you're a full stay-at-home mom or you just like cooking and you do the majority, or you believe that you just want to cook all for your husband, all for it. Like obviously each relationship is going to be individual and do what's best for you. But we understand the importance of cooking and cleaning, and he understands the importance of cleaning, and we are a team. Understanding the importance of cooking and cleaning, not in a way of, I need to know how to do this because I need to be a good wife. I want you to look at it as, I need to know how to do this because I need to know how to take care of myself. And then when you can take care of yourself, you can take care of others. Because I already knew how to cook. So now when I cook for my husband, I just make a little more. And my husband also already knew how to cook. So now when he cooks, he just makes a little more for me. He already knew how to make a bed. So now when we make a bed, I'm not teaching him. I'm not his mother. I'm not mothering him in any way. We're 2 adults that understand that these are the necessities in life. And so now that we're together, we have a person that can help us. And I think that there's been just this push of negativity towards it because women feel, for good reason, women feel that they are used more and seen more as just like maids and all these things. And now women are working way more. And so it's unrealistic to expect a woman to work 40 hours a week and then also come home and raise the children and cook all the meals and do all the cleaning. It's just not livable long term. There's a lot of women that have done it and they're Wonder Womans, but I don't want to live that life. If I am putting in that same amount of work in an office, then there needs to be a share of responsibility in the home. And so I think finding a partner that understands that is going to be key, and find a lifestyle that works for you. So, if you know that, you're not going to work full time, you're going to work part time, or you're not going to work at all. And so you want to take all of those duties, go for it. I think we're judging too much on how women decide to live their life, and not everyone has to be a boss babe. And I love being a wife. I love being a wife. And I love the softness that being a wife has given me. And I don't want people to think that these attributes are only female, because they're not. Everyone has to know how to do this. And these attributes are not only used in marriage. These attributes are used your entire life. If you don't know how to cook, follow some Instagram videos, some Facebook, some YouTube videos. That's where I learn new recipes. They're so easy nowadays to follow along. And there's also videos on how to clean. And I encourage you to take control of like your health and your lifestyle. And everything that we do to glorify God. So even vacuuming the floors, you're showing honor to the home. Even cooking mac and cheese and making it with nutritional yeast and vegan and adding broccoli and whatever, you're honoring your body. And so I just hope that that encourages you. And we look at cooking and cleaning a little differently. So as always, thank you so much for coming. And I'll have all of my socials in the description box below. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again next week. And I hope you guys have a blessed week.